everybody, this is Bubster47 here with another product review. Today I'm going to be reviewing my Beretta Nano 9mm. I mentioned it in one of my other videos of our Beretta PX4 Storm. That gun actually kind of made me like Berettas quite a bit, so that's one of the reasons why I bought this gun. Anyways, just going to go through it and tell you some of the things that I've come across and some of the things that you might want to look at when you're, if you decide to go for a smaller or concealed carry gun. First thing is it's definitely a small gun. So if you got really big hands, you know, any sort of pocket pistol gun is going to be tough for bigger guys or guys with bigger hands. So just keep that in mind. I can get, you know, 2 fingers on decently enough. I actually put this grip on it. I don't know, I bought it just to see if I would like it, and I actually did. I felt like I could keep my fingers tight on the gun a little easier using that. You know, but that's personal preference. It was just fine without it too. I just liked it a little better with. The mag release can be ambidextrous. It's on for righty, but you're supposed to be able to switch it to the other side. I haven't really messed with that, but looks like it would be fairly simple to do. The magazine is pretty small. They do have an extended mag, but it almost makes the gun feel a little awkward with the extended mag. I don't like the way that they did the extended mag, and I apologize. I should have grabbed one of those to show you. But you know, the bottom part is just a little thicker, and it just doesn't seem to fit the rest of the gun, the look of it. So I mean, I don't know, I didn't like that. All of the parts, bolt release or the slide release and all that are internal, so you won't have anything catch when you go to draw. It takes a little bit getting used to, because there's no way to lock it back without a mag being inside the gun. So that took a little bit of getting used to, and just how to release the slide when you put a new mag in. Basically it locks back, and then when you put your new mag in, you just pull it back just a little bit and let it go, and that's how you release it. I'll show you this piece too. When there's one in, this little bar right here kind of rises just a little bit. It's a little hard to see in the camera. I'll show you that again without the round in. Oops. I don't know if you can see that. It's not raised as much. Just to let you know that there is a round in, an extra sort of safety feature. It does have the little safety button on the trigger, if you can see that. It's kind of standard. That's the only safety that is on the gun, but you shouldn't really need it anyways. I'm not going to pull it apart. I'm sure you've seen it in lots of other videos. You just turn this screw counterclockwise, quarter of a turn, and then slide comes off. Alright, fine, I'll show you. So you can use your bullet to do it, or if you actually have a screwdriver or, you know, coin, whatever you want. So got to make sure that you fire, I guess. But there it is apart. Not going to take it completely down, but you know, typical. Mine's a little dirty. I haven't cleaned it for a while. Shame on me for not cleaning my guns. And then the nice part about this one is, once you get it back together, you just have to cock it, and you notice that the screw or whatever you want to call that already turned, so that it's locked in place. You don't have to actually hold it or anything like that. So that's kind of a nice feature. You can actually get a laser for it to go on the front. You know, that's kind of a personal preference thing. It kind of made the gun just a little bit more bulky, I guess, if you're trying to do a concealed carry. One of the things that I will note here is the trigger, and you've probably gotten this if you watched any other reviews of this gun, you've probably heard that the trigger is extremely long. I'll kind of try to show it to you here right now if I can get my fingers out of the way. So there it starts. I don't know if you could tell that from the video, but it is a long trigger. It's one of those things, I think a lot of guys complain about it because they're not used to it. And I suppose it could be problematic if you didn't know how to shoot or use proper mechanics. I attribute a lot of my trigger control that I have from this gun. It forces you, you know, a lot of people anticipate the shot and they're dipping, right? This trigger forces you to use proper mechanics as you pull. You can't really anticipate the shot. So I've actually got a video from my other Beretta review that you've probably seen of me shooting at 100 yards. I would never have been able to shoot that far, in my opinion, before I shot this gun and got my trigger control. If nothing else, this gun will give you trigger control so you can do that kind of shooting. You know, so if nothing else, the price for the gun would be worth it just there to improve your overall mechanics when shooting. But the gun itself is very good. It's accurate. It's got a really short barrel. I mean, you're gonna have you know, troubles with accuracy in shorter barrel guns anyways, but this one's pretty good. I'll post a fun little picture. My wife wanted me to explode a little watermelon that we had. One thing I will note on this, I have only ever used 124 grain bullets. I mentioned in one of my other videos that I prefer 124 grains anyways, just for the feel. But a couple of guys, when I was reading reviews on this, said that they had problems with jams, but they were using 115s. So I went with 124 grain, and I haven't had a single jam with this gun yet. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or if I, you know, got one that was built on Friday instead of Monday, or vice versa. So you know, take that for what it's worth. I think that it's very reliable though. So I'll post a couple other pictures. If you're looking for something, you know, for your wife maybe, my wife really likes this gun. It does kick a little bit. It's a small gun for a 9mm, but she doesn't like guns that kick very much, and she likes this gun. She'll shoot it all day long, if that tells you anything. But you know, so if you're looking for something concealable or just smaller, if your wife has small hands, you know, and then they've got different lowers that you can get for it too. Colors, mine's black. They have pink, tan, and I think maybe a green. But those aren't very much, and then all the internals come out of this one and go into your lower stock. I actually did that for her gun. She wanted a pink gun. She loves pink, so I got her that. And it was, you know, relatively easy to transfer over. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to do that. So anyways, that's my review. I would highly recommend getting this gun if you're looking for something concealable or just a smaller gun. You know, it does have a lot of good features on it. A couple of things you're gonna have to get used to, like not having, you know, an external safety or a slide release or anything like that. But overall, once you get used to it and once you get used to the trigger, it's an accurate gun. It helps you with overall trigger control. It's helped me immensely with my other guns, and I just highly recommend it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. There should be a little icon in the bottom right hand side of the screen that you can subscribe to, or I'll put a link at the end. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have see anything else that you'd want to know more about, tell me down in the comments, or just let me know, and I can do another review on something, you know, if you saw it in the background or whatever. So anyways, talk to you later.
Target left.